Well, folks, I just graduated, and to be honest, this was probably the most difficult journey I've ever been on. From moving overseas at 19, then to relocating states just a year later, and from living in comfortable apartments to couch surfing at my cousin's house because I was dead broke. You know, if you told this little boy in his cap and gown in this picture that he'd make it this far, he'd probably laugh and tell you that you were out of your mind, but
you're weird.
Facts are facts. We did it, baby. Now, I'll be real, it feels good to graduate, but it'd be disingenuous to act like I've got it all figured out now. If anything, I feel more pressure than ever, and I know I'm not alone in that. And for most of us, there's always been a next thing, a milestone to chase, from kindergarten to first grade, then from fifth grade to middle school, high school, college. But now, for the first time ever, there is no clear next step, no one holding your hand, and I find myself asking, what now? Another milestone? You know, the truth is, I've always known that school wasn't the destination, but just a gateway. But even then, I gotta ask, gateway to what? And what is this destination that we've all been aiming for? If we're being honest, it's money. Sure, there are people brave enough to chase a deeper calling, but for most of us, we're just trying to make a living doing something that doesn't suck too much. And that's okay, but have we really stopped to ask why? Somewhere along the way, we all signed up for this path without even reading the terms. But lately, I've been wondering if there is another way, maybe. Yesterday, I met one of my brother's high school friends while visiting San Francisco, Nick and his partner Mathilde. Turns out, after graduating, they'd packed up their lives into a Land Rover Defender and spent 5 years driving across 88 countries in all 7 continents. We didn't talk much, we just played frisbee for the most part, but that moment stuck with me because it reminded me that there is no one path in life. And that's exactly why I'm sharing this. Because whether it's Nick and Mathilde or thousands of people before or after us, the lesson is the same. You can live differently. You know, after graduation, life feels more real, I guess, quote unquote. Friends move, jobs start, people start talking about 401ks. And honestly, I still don't know what the heck that is in full terms. And you start to wonder, did I choose this path or was it chosen for me? Now, I'm not saying drop everything and chase your dreams. That is not what I'm trying to do here. And that would be hella irresponsible for me to say that. Now, I'm just asking, have you truly sat with your choices? Is the vision you're chasing your own? Or is it someone else's dream with your name slapped on it? There's beauty in changing the world through art, music, and sport. But there's equal beauty in doing the same in travel, in startups, and serving others. What matters isn't the path. It's that you chose it. As for me, I'd love to do YouTube full time, but I need stability, at least for now. And that's why I started a wedding documentary business. Hit me up and I got you, for real. And I didn't just land on my lap either. I had to sit down and really ask, what kind of life do I actually want? Once I figured that out, the path became clear. And no, this won't be the last big decision I ever make, and actually far from it. The next chapters are even bigger, marriage, family, home ownership. But this season, this is training ground. And I'm learning to steer the ship with purpose. So, if there's one thing I want you to take from this video, maybe this. You are in charge. You are the captain, and you get to decide where the ship is going. Anyways, as always, that is enough rambling for today, and until next time, my friend, peace.
We on the same thing. We got a same break from going to church every Sunday. Coming back to next stop, we on take. Thinking that I've been fighting for you. Now you got nothing in me. We on the same